At its core, the American Revolution was fueled by a deep-seated desire for liberty, self-determination, and autonomy among the American colonists. For decades, tensions had been simmering between the colonists and the British government, fueled by grievances over taxation without representation, arbitrary governance, and violations of fundamental rights. The British policy of mercantilism, which sought to exploit the colonies for economic gain and restrict their trade with other nations, further exacerbated these tensions and fueled resentment among the colonists. The events leading up to the American Revolution can be traced back to the mid-18th century, when the British government began to assert greater control over the American colonies through a series of punitive measures and acts of parliament. The passage of the Sugar Act in 1764 and the Stamp Act in 1765, which imposed new taxes on goods and required the use of stamped paper for legal documents, sparked widespread protests and resistance among the colonists, who viewed these measures as unjust and oppressive. The culmination of these tensions came with the outbreak of hostilities between British soldiers and colonial militia at the battles of Lexington and Concord in April 1775. This marked the beginning of armed conflict between the American colonies and Great Britain. As tensions escalated and both sides mobilized for war, the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776, formalized the break between the colonies and the mother country, declaring the United States of America as an independent and sovereign nation. The American Revolution was characterized by a series of key events and turning points that shaped the course of the conflict and determined its outcome. One of the most decisive moments came with the American victory at the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, which proved to be a turning point in the war and secured crucial support from France, Spain, and the Netherlands. The entry of these European powers into the conflict significantly altered the balance of power and provided much-needed resources and military assistance to the American cause. Another pivotal event was the winter encampment at Valley Forge in 1777-1778, where General George Washington and his troops endured extreme hardships and privations while preparing for the coming campaign season. Despite the harsh conditions, Washington's leadership and resilience helped to forge a disciplined and cohesive fighting force, capable of challenging the might of the British Army. The American Revolution also witnessed significant social and cultural upheaval, as the ideals of liberty, equality, and democracy took root among the American people. The revolutionary fervor inspired widespread movements for social and political reform, leading to the abolition of slavery in several northern states, the expansion of suffrage to a broader segment of the population, and the emergence of new forms of governance based on democratic principles. The Treaty of Paris of 1783, which formally ended the war and recognized American independence, established the United States as a sovereign nation and secured its territorial boundaries. The adoption of the Articles of Confederation in 1781, and later the Constitution in 1787, laid the foundation for a new system of government based on federalism, separation of powers, and checks and balances. Economically, the American Revolution led to the emergence of a new economic order, characterized by free trade, entrepreneurship, and market capitalism. The removal of British restrictions on trade and the expansion of commercial opportunities fueled economic growth and prosperity, laying the groundwork for the rise of the United States as a global economic powerhouse. Socially, the American Revolution brought about significant changes in the status and rights of various groups within American society. While the revolution fell short of achieving full equality and justice for all, it laid the groundwork for future social movements and reforms aimed at expanding civil rights and liberties for marginalized groups, including women, African Americans, and Native Americans. Fueled by a desire for freedom and independence, the American colonists rose up against British rule and forged a new nation founded on the principles of liberty, equality, and democracy. Through a combination of perseverance, courage, and determination, the American Revolution paved the way for the emergence of the United States as a beacon of freedom and democracy in the modern world.
Thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. See you next time.